Hey, who's horned up? I know Harms is. I know Bob Sweet is. And I sure the hell know Davey is.
Yeah, and I am too. Don't forget me. Don't forget this guy. I'm horned up. Me.
Horniest guy I know. Horniest guy
Really?
I know. It is March 1st. I mean, it's almost free agent time. Sure the hell is almost draft time and combine time. A lot to talk about.
I mean, we are basically, can we say it is combine time? I mean, it's right now. It's happening.
It's combine time.
And yeah, so I mean, it's fun. As you approach April, you start checking off these things. You know, the East-West Shrine game is always first, and you got the Senior Bowl. Now we're on to the combine. Pretty soon it'll be pro days, and it's going to be fucking draft day.
Travis in the house. Good to see you. We'll give her a little bit here. Hopefully some people trickle in. But as always, you know, we're like Lubbock said last week, we're going to be doing mock drafts every single week. You guys make the picks. Lots to talk about. Free agency, NFL combine, NFL draft. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh.
We're trying a new simulator to us. It's actually kind of fantastic. I really liked it. So we're going to bust that one out today. Something new, maybe some different rankings. Maybe we'll see some different players available when you guys make your picks. I like it. It's nice. Yeah, I see Davey's already talking. Jalen Carter, he'll definitely be discussed today. Yeah, there's some nuggets coming out. We had Quasey have a press conference on, was that Monday or Tuesday? KLC was out there today. So some nuggets came out about that. We'll definitely touch on those as well.
Yeah, some free agency, like we said, combine, and maybe some draft guys, and a quick little game for Lupp, I guess. Quickie, as they say.
I'm always up for a quickie.
Told you he's the horniest guy ever.
Bing, 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 bing.
All right, we'll give her a little bit here. We at least got to crack 20 before we start talking, don't we?
That's that would be nice. It would be nice. You know what? Let's get a new Patreon tonight too.
Hey, you never know. Lubbock has been hot and heavy on those draft videos on Patreon. So
the content has been ramping up. Absolutely. I never did get that shower video done.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Thomas, as always,
good boss.
Shitheads. Harms, maybe. I don't know. We got some snow. Maybe there's snow blowing. That's all right. We could have 4 people. We're still doing a whole damn show. It don't matter.
It's like the old days.
4? We would have killed for 4 people in the old days.
Like I did kill once for 4.
Yeah. We did great. Hey, we're up to 20, though. Good to see everybody. Appreciate you joining. Hopefully you got a lift bridge. If it's not a lift bridge, you know what? As long as it's something, let us know in the comments. What are you drinking tonight? I got a farm grill. It's really good.
I just picked me up a new fresh 6-pack of Mango Blonde.
Those are good. I feel like those just need to be drank in the summer, though, for some reason. I can't do it when it's freezing ass cold and there's snow up to the tip of my dick.
Yeah. No, I can drink any time of year. We only get like 3 options up here.
Open. Good for you, Patrick. I just got done snow blowing. It's horrible out there.
It is. I didn't even know it was supposed to snow today, and we got more than we got all week.
Bush. I knew Harms would have a bush in his hand.
And in his pants, too.
No, just in his hand. Mountain Dew. Hopefully, Travis, you don't stray and get those weird-ass purple and red Mountain Dews. I hope you're just thinking of the straight green.
It's pretty much every color now, Mountain Dew.
Thomas, what is wrong with your neck? I hope it turned out wonderful.
Yeah, I hope he's okay, too. You don't think he was trying to do the ultimate task, do you?
Yes, I do. Thank you for asking. Davey's got a fucking banana.
Of course he does. I hope he dunks his banana.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Let that banana soak a little bit. What do you think?
He's got code red.
He did. He got fancy on us. Come on,
that's
Travis.
Old. That's old, at least. That's been around for a while. There's new flavors.
Honestly, I don't know if I've ever had a code red. I don't know if I've ever had any. I think I've had a sip of the orange stuff, and it was the worst.
Live wire.
Let's do this. Let's talk Vikings. We got 25 people here. It's the off season. It should be low.
Welcome, Gary.
Gary Bear.
Hell yeah, Gary Balster. The old Balster. All right, yeah, let's bust open this agenda. So Quasey was at the podium. Let's say it was Tuesday at the combine, and he was talking about well, first of all, before we get to actually what he said, let's just say, so he made some comments about Kirk Cousins as the quarterback, and it's just the most misconstrued, misrequoted, people using this, whether they like Cousins, whether they hate Cousins. Really, I
got the quote. You want me to read it?
Oh, you see what people are doing with this quote, and it's something we definitely need to talk about because it's been kind of snowballing here since he said it.
Snowball. That's gross.
Getting bigger. Yeah, snowballing is gross. Could be white tongue for the MRI.
Here's what I'm assuming this is his quote. Kirk Cousins meets the threshold of a good quarterback and is good enough to win.
That's but there's something before that, though. So he talked about prior to making that statement, he did say that there's a threshold you have to be a quarterback to be that guy that you build the rest of your team around. And then he went on to say Kirk Cousins meets that threshold, blah, blah, blah. He's good enough to do that. So he set the bar here. He said, this is what you got to have. He said Kirk Cousins is that. So the thing I took away from that, later he says something about how long can he keep that threshold? How long? And that to me was the key part because you're talking about this extension. Do they go 3 years with him? Do they just do one more year, let this thing ride out? That's the part I thought was the most interesting. But people are swinging this thing like, oh, Kwesi says Kirk Cousins is good enough. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Well,
here's the thing with Kwesi, and I think we've learned this pretty damn quick. And thank you, Gary. Hell yeah, we love you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the thing with Kwesi. Every quote, he's clearly a very smart guy. Everything he says is extremely thought out. And you can tell because when he says shit like this, it can go either way. He's not just out throwing somebody under the bus. Everything he says can be looked at a positive or somehow a negative. And it's not luck. I mean, he does this shit because he's smart. He's not giving us any info. He can spin it to sound extremely smart, but also give you zero information. That's what I'm getting out of him and O'Connell. They like to spin the culture thing, and that's great. I love that they got a great culture, but if they're not winning in another year or so, they can take the culture and shove it up their ass.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it an endorsement. I wouldn't call it anything negative either. Just, he stated a fact. You got to have this certain level of quarterback play, and we have it. So he made it sound, if you go on really what he said, he's good enough to build around. They're going to continue to build around him. So I think that's what you take away from that.
Oh, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce,
yeah, but he also wasn't giving him ringing endorsements. I mean, he wasn't like, this is the guy who's going to lead us to the Super Bowl. I mean, we've seen coaches, we've seen GMs come out and just put it all out there, basically like, this is my guy. He is the shit. He didn't do that.
Well, it wasn't even set up that way. He could have said he's far above that threshold. He didn't say that. So, he could have said that, but he didn't. So, yeah, I think he's this Gary guy. He needs to have his own segment.
I'm pretty sure he's our new BFF. I'm sold. I'm sold on Gary. All I'm saying is Kwesi press conferences where Mike Zimmer Zimmer didn't give anything. He was short, blah, 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 whatever. Kwesi's kind of the same thing. It's just more of a positive spin to it. He's not giving a shit.
He is so damn smart and eloquent, though. That guy he's so quick off the cuff answering these questions, and it sounds like he's had these answers ahead of time. The shit he rambles off.
Does have them ahead of time.
Let this machine going. So Kevin O'Connell was at the podium today. He mentioned Lewis Cine. He said he's way ahead of his schedule. So that is good news. Our first round pick from a year ago sounds like he is making great progress in his rehab. So all you guys who commented that they're giving up on Lewis Cine sucks. Lewis Cine is fighting his ass off to get back. I'm thinking for minicamp.
You know, that makes me happy. Just to be a little bit of a negative Nancy here. Have you ever heard somebody come out and say they're behind schedule? They're behind. I mean, I've never heard that. No coach is going to say that they're behind. You know what? It is not looking good. He is going to be out for a while. So I expect them to say shit like this.
If they tweak something during rehab, you might say they've had a setback. You've heard the setback phrase every now and then.
Not this early.
No, I mean, he's definitely I believe him. I think he is at a schedule. You've seen the videos of what he's been doing, how hard he's been working. This is a guy, Lewis Cine, definitely wants to get on the football field and just prove that he was definitely worth the first round pick and to be the first pick of this new regime. I mean, that's a lot of weight to carry, and I think he wants to prove himself.
No, I mean, he should be saying that. Whether it's true or not, I'm gonna hope that it is definitely true. Lewis needs to come out and ball his dick off next year, right off the bat.
Or dick his balls off.
Yeah, that would work too. He needs to do something, because it needs to be within the first half of the next season. So I hope he's ahead of schedule. I'm very excited for Lewis Cine. Very excited. Julian in the house. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Julian, how are you, man? Yeah, Gary Balser's having famous grouse on the rocks.
Famous grouse on the rocks. That sounds like famous diarrhea tomorrow.
Me and one bar used to do some grouse hunting back in the day.
Never got one.
No, but there was one sitting in the road. We just looked at it. So what is that? And then we just walked away.
It was too beautiful. We didn't want to ruin its life. And to be honest, if we shot it, I don't know if we'd know what to do with it. We'd probably just leave it there.
I know what to do with it after you shoot it. Just don't know why.
Come on, Brian.
I mean,
balls.
If you want to get technical, he didn't beat out Josh Metellus either. It's true.
It's not like he had a ton of time.
I don't care. He was hurt. He was a rookie. It sucks. Does it suck? Yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. It's the truth. But Lewis team will come back this year.
Lewis.
We're all behind Lewis until he proves us wrong. So
in next year, week 14, ask us about Lewis.
Yeah. We'll be honest.
We'll give you an honest opinion.
Speaking of Lewis, go over to That's Badass Wood Art. Tell him hello and Lupicus sent you on Twitter there. And, buy something. Why not? I see something back there, one bar.
Yeah, it's we're going to be giving away That's Badass Art. That's going to be the next giveaway. A fantastic piece that I would love to hang up right back there, but that would be greedy. So make sure to put hashtag badass in the comments. And also, if you want to go check them out, make sure to put in the 1 bar Lupicus code on checkout. You get 15% off. He's got some good shit. Even if it's not Vikings, he's got some office. I mean, he's got some great stuff.
He'll do custom stuff. So Montemita and all those horror movies he likes, he'll make him anything from that.
You could do Montemita's phallus.
You serious? That'd take a lot of wood. A lot of trees would have to die for that.
Maybe.
All right, what we got next?
Barbie's giving us tips. Easy cleaning.
Yeah, it's really easy.
How would you know? I don't think you've ever shot one.
I've shot a bunch around here.
I've never gone over to Lupicus' house and he's like, hey, do you want some fresh grouse? He's never gotten one.
I didn't go out last year because I only had one leg. But next time I do, I'll be sure to bring.
You're not chasing them.
Bring you some. Sometimes you have to.
Get rid of regular. Hell no.
All right. So there was this NFLPA survey player team report card that came out, kind of ranking like facilities, team, kind of asking, I guess it really was like, where would you want to play if you were a free agent? Guess who landed number 1 on the list?
Top free agent destination, Minnesota Vikings, baby. And this was, if I'm right, this was voted on by players. Like it was like 1,800 players or some shit. And they voted the Vikings the number 1 destination. And hats off to everybody who made this beautiful facilities. So
yeah. Well, it's not just the facilities. I think it's the culture. It goes a lot to say about what Kwesi and KOC did in year 1. It's all
about the facilities. Playing
with these guys. And then, yes, you add in the facilities. So it's definitely sweet. Miami was up there. Obviously, Miami's always going to be a hot destination just with the weather, the tax-free. There's no taxes on your check. So that's always attractive. Minnesota will tax the shit out of you. But still, to be number 1, that just says so much about, what the Wilfs invested in this team, a practice facility, TCO, the culture, KOC, Kwesi. I mean, this is a spot people want to go, and that's huge. It's going to be huge for free agency this year.
I hope so. I hope people are like, you know what? That place is so awesome. I know your cap space is very strapped. I'm going to come here at a very cheap price, and we're going to win the fucking Super Bowl, baby. I hope that's exactly their thoughts, but it's great to see. It's great to see. I love it. I love everything about it. And you know what? Come training camp, you guys watching, get your asses to training camp. Meet up with me and Lupicus for a beer. We'll be there. We'll be there, and we'll be very thirsty.
Yeah, you got to stay at that hotel. It's so sweet. And you know who's dead last? Washington Commanders. No one wants to go there. I wouldn't want to go there.
Yeah. Dan Snyder, does he still own that team? I mean, I think that has a lot to do with it. Thomas, I don't know what that means. He wants to see a penis with ears.
Is it that what our heads?
Who's the best corner in the draft? Zeke wants everybody's opinion. So hot and heavy. I mean, I'm Witherspoon. It's not even close.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go too.
I got to say, Christian Gonzalez, the more draft guys I watch on him, they're not high on him. I don't think he's going to even be there for the Vikings to consider, but I'm just not a big fan.
Yeah, I wasn't blown away when I was watching his tape. Oh, Parrothead, he wants to meet us for a lift bridge. Parrothead wants to meet up for a lift bridge.
Would love to. Sounds like heaven.
It does sound like heaven. All right, so let's talk some free agency here. So I don't really know where these rumors generated, but I've seen them all over Twitter. Vikings free agent rumors showing interest are already springing up here. We're what, 2 weeks?
Disclaimer, like you said, this hasn't come from an actual source.
I don't know where it came from.
It came from somebody's ass that we're going to just kind of pile on because it's fun. And you know what? Maybe there's some backing to it.
It is fun, but number one, Vikings are interested in 2 players, Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker from the Bills, and Connor McGovern, the center, who I believe was a Jet last. Is that where he's been? He was a Cowboy originally?
Jet.
So what do you guys think of Tremaine Edmonds and Connor McGovern? Any truth to this? Would you like to see them in purple? Do you think either one's a possibility?
School 2 is in the pool. Swimming laps.
I hope he comes on soaking wet when he makes his pick tonight.
Just glistening. So the question is, Connor McGovern, center, 29 years old, and Mr. Edmonds, linebacker from the Bills, young buck. He's only going to be 25 next year when the season starts.
Shit, he's been in the league forever.
Yeah, he has, and we'll talk about each one. But what's your initial thoughts on these guys coming home? Obviously, Garrett Bradbury's a big question mark, and then Eric Kendricks in the middle. I mean, I think if we all bet on it, we wouldn't think he's going to be back. So get Edmonds. McGovern, meh. Edmonds wanted him to draft. Yeah, Edmonds, former first-round pick.
Pretty damn high first-round pick, wasn't he?
Westerland brings up a great point. Edmonds is going to be some money, and I got some thoughts on that.
Yeah, that was my initial thing when I saw that. How the hell can we afford this guy? That's true. I do.
Kittler.
We should perform that on the Patreon for our next Patreon vid. Speaking of which,
remember Kerry Kittles, one of the New Jersey Nets. What a player! Sorry, continue.
You still have that? You got the Patreon links hanging around somewhere? We should get one.
Yeah, I'll get it. Hold on. Connor McGovern, former Midwest. Where'd Connor McGovern? Did he go to Penn State? Was he Penn State guy?
I thought he was Notre Dame.
Was he? I thought it was Penn State. Somebody verify. I bet Harms knows. He was definitely Big Ten.
Let's see.
Zeke says North Dakota. That can't be right.
He went to Penn State.
Yes, let's go.
You're right.
1 bar with the win. All right, here's my thought. Or go ahead, Lupagus. What's your thoughts? Start with McGovern.
McGovern. My initial thought was, well, if there's actually truth to this, maybe they don't want Bradbury back or figure they can't afford him, looking for maybe somebody who's not going to cost as much. So that was my initial thought there. And so I was kind of surprised to see it when it first came out.
A lot of wrong answers for McGovern here. Here's the thing with McGovern. He's 29 years old. You know, he's bounced around a little bit. Let's take in some PFF scores and just what they did compared to Garrett Bradbury, because McGovern, the last couple of years, he's made $10 million a year. So last year, 69.6 PFF, 4 penalties, gave up 5 sacks and 24 pressures. Not fantastic. Bradbury, PFF, rated out as a 70, 4 penalties, only 2 sacks, and the same amount of pressures. For this, I'm like, whoever's cheaper. I don't give a shit. Like, they seem like it is. If we sign McGovern, I don't think anybody would think Olsen is this huge upgrade. Would they?
No, and it was weird because both these names that came out, I couldn't find any coaching ties. Not that they did some really deep digging.
Deep dicking. Deep dicking last night.
I think I just blacked out for a second, thinking an MRI like Thomas had. I was surprised, like, you know, the Flores guys and Tremaine Edmonds. Maybe we should talk about Edmonds now. I mean, he's no connections to Flores, so I was a little bit surprised.
Well, before Edmonds, would you rather have Bradbury or McGovern, considering that the cost would probably be pretty similar?
I guess I would just go with the the evil you know, in opposed to one you don't. Is that how the saying goes? Something like that?
I've never heard that saying in my life, but it sounded good.
Yeah. I guess I just roll Bradbury to keep things kosher, gelled.
The only thing is with Bradbury, you'd probably be signing him to probably a 2 to 3 year deal. Or if it's McGovern, it's probably like a 1 year deal. So that's the only reason I'd almost go with McGovern with the thought that I'm not expecting him to be any better.
Oh, no. I mean, it's Connor McGovern. It's not like, holy shit, we're getting Connor McGovern. We are excited.
Everybody knows the system, but fuck. I mean, McGovern's been in the league for quite a while. It's not like he's going to come in and line up backwards.
Oh, it's not only knowing the system, but knowing the guys around you, too, I think is important. That could be a separator.
Maybe he doesn't want to know what Ed Ingram brings to the table. Maybe Ed Ingram needs some fresh attitude next.
Ed Ingram's farts must smell like
heaven, if I had to guess.
All right, let's go to Edmonds. Let's talk some Edmonds.
BK wants to get on. Hey, we are doing a Viking 7-round mock draft. First guys on when we put out the link are the ones that get to do it. So you got to be quick, BK. Quick.
Yeah, he's getting very aggressive, too. Let me on.
Edmonds.
Yeah, I mean, obviously great player. But
he's doing a live feed in his house on draft day. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, the price. That's the first thing that came in. Like, how the hell can we afford this guy? You think he's one guy who would be getting a bidding war. You mentioned he's 25. He's going to get a monster contract.
He is. I mean, 17th best free agent by ESPN. PFF is projecting him to make $17 million a year. I mean, his age, he's got a ton of experience at a young age. He started 74 games. And everybody is just basically saying that teams with what's out there for inside linebackers like him at his age, they're going to overpay for him. They are going to overpay for his ass because they want him bad. The Lions have been linked to this guy a ton. The Lions have a bunch of money. So some team that has a lot of money is going to overpay for him. And honestly, if we're overpaying, I'm not looking at inside linebacker. I'm looking at defensive line. If we're going to overpay for somebody, I'm looking at defensive line. It's a great pipe dream, but we're not. There's no way in hell we're getting that guy.
Yeah, I think we have to lower our expectations. And that was the one, too, when I saw this, that was like, okay, where's the source? And then I saw
RJ, good luck.
Yeah.
I know I'd wipe the floor with your ass.
I don't know. He's wearing a safari hat.
Jesus, you're right. And a neck thing. He would kick my ass.
You would be absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I'm intimidated right now.
We got breaking news from Dylan Dotson about Tremaine Edmonds.
What?
You got to put it up.
Oh, bust through the door or in your pants?
I think pants is the more likely option there.
Edmonds, I don't know. I mean, I just see him. I mean, I'm not seeing him as the Viking. I just see the team that gets him, in 2 years, he's the guy they cut and shit, we paid him way too much money. I mean, with the Bills, he's been good, but why aren't the Bills bringing him back? What am I missing here?
I don't know what the Bills' salary cap situation is.
I don't know. He's a big boomer bust free agency. I want D-line, baby.
Thomas thinks that Mark J isn't playing pickleball. He's playing tickle balls.
That's disgusting. Let's see. So BK, yeah, severely overrated. I agree. Skull TOI thinks he might be playing hide the pickle. Again, another very graphic reference.
He just came back up out of the water.
Zeke, Jalen Ramsey is not coming home. Again, another team. The Lions are all over. Lions, I think, are gonna make some fucking moves.
Apparently, the Lions are going all in next year with all these moves they're supposed to be making. All right, let's move on. After those rumors got everybody all riled up and busting their pants.
Horned up.
For sure. So let's do a little thing here. Opinions. Any opinions changing on who will be back? We got 3 free agents we're going to talk about. As your thoughts as free agency approaches, just has your opinion changed on if they're coming back or not? Let's start with Garrett Bradbury. We already talked about him a little bit. I think at the end of the year, I felt very strongly he would be back. What do you guys think, Garrett Bradbury? You think he's coming back now that free agency just a couple weeks away?
Yeah, and remember, there's some damn good centers that are going to be right there, probably rounds 2 and 3. Tittman, Whippler, John Michael Schmitz. And so that I'm curious to see what the Vikings do if they wait it out and just hope that Bradbury doesn't sign. It's not like Bradbury's going to be a guy that people are just clamoring for, but that will be a very, very interesting thing to watch.
You can't even say that because Mason Cole, I think, was signed like the first day of free agency a couple years ago.
Mason Cole's better than Garrett Bradbury.
Steelers had to have him.
Better than Garrett Bradbury. I wish.
Well, did you expect teams to be clamoring for him?
He played pretty damn good. I mean, I wouldn't say clamoring. I mean, didn't he only get like $3 million? Or I mean, what do you?
I just was shocked he was signed so early. It was like right away. Mason Cole signed. Like, what the hell?
I think Bradbury's a little week later. But like, as far as him coming back, everybody can kind of say like, no way in hell, or yeah, he's fine. But I don't think anybody has a clue. He's either going to be like, we're going to tell real quick when free agency hits. If the Vikings don't sign him in the first day or two, like they just have no interest.
Well, I think Matthew Zook just dropped a huge point. Yeah, the back issues. I mean, he had that car accident. I think he tweaked it before that, and he had a hard time getting back on the field. That playoff game wasn't his first one back, I don't think, but I mean, he was absolutely dominated by Dexter Lawrence. I thought he was going to be back early in the preseason or at the postseason here, but now I'm starting to think he's not coming back.
If I had to wager Lupagus's left testicle on this, I would say he's not coming back, and I would be fine even betting both testicles on this. I don't think he's coming back. Okay, there's been no sniffs, no signs, no nothing about Garrett Bradbury coming back. I think he's gone.
Okay, first of all, please don't gamble with my testicles.
I already did.
They're
out there. They're out there swinging around with 10 pounds of bush on them, and somebody's going to win them. No, Garrett Bradbury, I can't see it. Just can't. I don't think we're also going to find this huge upgrade. I just don't think they want anything to do with him.
I think it'll be, if they get rid of Bradbury, it'll be a Moneyball type of center and probably a mid-round draft pick competing.
Still remember when we drafted Garrett Bradbury and Lindstrom went to the Falcons.
Yeah, I got 14,
like 5 picks before or something like that, and we couldn't believe it. And we were so excited to get Garrett Bradbury. I mean, Lindstrom was definitely on our list, but he hasn't really panned out either.
No. I mean, Bradbury's supposed to be this can't-miss center, one of the best prospects to come around in a long time. And you know what?
Gary's not being nice about your testicles.
Can miss. No, I got a good-sized set of ball skis.
Did you hear that, guys? Ball skis. So Garrett Bradbury, even in the comments, I think I didn't see the Patrick Peterson quote. So if somebody, or if what Quasi or somebody said about Peterson, so if it's out there, let me know because I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking to, what they're referencing. Let's go to Delvin Tomlinson. What do you guys think with Delvin Tomlinson now that free agency is closing in? Is he gone or is he coming back?
He's coming back, and I will bet your butthole on it.
Quit betting my body parts.
2 gumballs and a Tic Tac. That's not
nice.
Delvin Tomlinson, is he coming back? And a little bonus, do you want him back? Of course you want him back. He's good. Come on.
Are you answering everybody's question?
I can't help it. I'm so excited. Bursting back.
Well,
yes, bring him back. They will resign. 1,000,000% back TYA.
Mm-hmm.
TYA, or your swim trunks, do they have mesh in there where like the 90-year-old guy swim trunks, or do you have the more like board shorts?
You think he's a board short kind of guy? I don't think so. I think he's got mesh.
I don't think he's got mesh. Mesh is gross. Mesh inside swim. If you got swim trunks that got mesh in them, either cut them out or just get some new swim. That's disgusting.
When you have hair like Skull TYA, I don't think you need mesh.
Oh no, he's got no hair from his nipples down. He is cleanly shaven. Back. Everybody. Oh Jesus, I knew it.
Bet you this is
a lot of lettuce hanging out the sides.
A beautiful swan dive into the pool. No splash.
I bet he's a hell of a swimmer.
I got no doubt about it.
Mesh rinse the ball. Nobody should be wearing mesh in their swim trunks in 2023.
You should run a nice little story about it.
I will. All right, Lupagus. Delvin Tomlinson.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Of course he's coming back. You don't extend it to March 15th just for the hell of it. If Dalvin knew he wasn't coming back, he'd say, thank you, loved Minnesota. Clearly, your facilities are wonderful, but I'm going to go make a shit ton of money. He's coming back, and it's going to be before free agency hits.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Now here's Thomas going to get kicked out of the local pool.
The kids are just crying.
He should not be doing that if there's kids there.
Hey, Viking funeral. What a guy.
Viking funeral's in the house? Holy shit, Viking funeral.
Look at that. Yeah, they're snow blowing.
Yeah, it was. I got my snow blowing done a little bit, probably too early, so I'm gonna have to probably do another one after this.
You dumbass.
I am a dumbass, but greatly appreciated Viking funeral. Greatly appreciated.
What a guy. Yeah. So let's go Dalvin Cook, not a free agent, but a lot of talk about him not coming back this year. He doesn't want to take a pay cut. Had that weird thing where he got some injury designation because of that surgery. So now he got like $2 more million guaranteed. So Dalvin Cook, everybody's kind of, I've been looking at running backs hot and heavy in this draft. But do you think Dalvin Cook's going to be back or not?
Well, did you do the old Thomas quote yet?
No, I was waiting for that.
Well,
should we drop it now?
Tom Pelissero says, and watching the video, extremely confident. This is what he says. And I actually pooped my pants. Because he said, I would anticipate he's absolutely on the team. That was his quote. He said, with the $2 million, like watching his face, Dalvin Cook is going to be back with the Minnesota Vikings. And it was clear cut.
Isn't that $2 million? Vikings very well. $2 million hits like next week, right? Some point, I think he said something like that.
Yeah, well, it was something, the fact that I don't even know, but the way he said it is like it's already done. Like the $2 million is far, like it either already passed or they have no signs.
No,
they're not going to get rid of him by then.
I thought it was coming up. So I mean, only thing that would make him go now at this point is if they trade him like in the next 3 days at the combine and work something out with the team.
Yeah, but Harm says it great. Tom does know his shit. He's rarely wrong, and especially when it comes to the Vikings, that's where his the past was for him. So I was shocked. If you were to tell me Dalvin Cook is going to be back even 2 days ago, I'd say you were a dumbass.
Yeah, and now I mean, I don't see the team going with a running back with the limited amount of picks we have now, and you have Dalvin Cook, Ty Chandler, Kenny Nwangu. I can't see them drafting somebody.
We'll see. Crazier things have happened. Tom could be wrong. And let's get a Patreon.
Let's do it. It's been a long time.
$2 a month. That's it. You support us. Lupagus is doing draft videos. And you know what? You get a chance to win something. If we get 3 Patreons tonight, we're giving away a 1 bar in Lupagus hat. So hit that link up. Join it. $2. $2 a month.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So I think that's it. That's the only 3 we're talking about there.
Just on Dalvin Cook quick. The thought of him coming back, I mean, he's definitely not cheap, but how does that make you feel?
I don't know. I was ready to move on. I am ready to move on. He still has, explosive elements to his game. I just don't like all the times he goes down so easily, an arm tackle or he's falling. It just seems like it's happening more and more. Security issues with, holding on to the ball too. Was he hurt? Was the shoulder the reason for that? Is this surgery going to fix those things? I hope so, because if he's going to be back, I hope he's 110% best he's ever been.
I think we can agree that when it comes to running backs in the league, he's still a top 10 running back.
Mm-hmm. It's not like he's a bad player. That was never the issue.
No, it's the issue will always be the fact that how much we're paying for running backs. We did episodes on some of the top teams in the league, and they're not paying the running back shit, and they go for the 5th, 6th round guy, and So I look forward to getting to that point, but it appears that it might not be yet. And in the short term, dilly dally. I hope he comes back, gets that surgery, tears this league a new asshole next year.
That's all you can hope for. If he comes back and is one of us. But I mean, you look at what you pay him and then how much you use him. And we don't just pound the football. It's not what Kevin O'Connell does. We saw
Kevin O'Connell goes to Pound Town. That's what he pounds.
Cook's agent out there, typing something. He tweeted something about, going to a place where they actually run the football. And there's a lot of truth to that. We aren't a running team. Kevin O'Connell likes to put the ball in the air, and he's always going to be that way. So he is.
Montemita was watching Cocaine Bears. So Matamina, just quick. Out of 5 stars, what would you give Cocaine Bear?
You should let him come on live and give his review.
I don't want to hear anything about Cocaine Bear. I just want to know how many stars. I don't know if Cook really talked shit about the Vikings. Did he?
I think it was his agent, I believe.
It was weird. It was weird. We'll let this one play out. Matamina gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know. I don't know how to gauge that. What would you give Shawshank Redemption out of 5 stars? Then I'll be able to. I need answers.
This is nail biting.
Matamina, Shawshank Redemption. How many stars?
Probably hasn't seen it. It's not a horror movie.
Oh, he's seen it.
No, it is. Parts of it by Stephen King.
Parts of it is a horror movie. All right, Matamina went to bed. Thomas gave it a 10. That's why I love Thomas. Everybody's giving it a 5.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we got? Gary, absolutely 5.
Yeah, let's dip into the draft a little bit.
Hell yes, it's a 10 plus.
Actually, right now, I'm curious what you guys think. Carson Wentz recently released.
Hold on. Matamina has never seen Shawshank Redemption. Matamina, we love you. We love the support. You need to log off right now and go watch Shawshank like 4 times.
Yeah, it's probably the most rewatchable movie in history. Once it's on, you're sucked in.
Art, I'm sorry, but some things are just worth talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Art. If we go on tangents, what we do. What we do. Not a straight line.
The Lions are going to win the Super Bowl.
All right, let's talk Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was released by the Commanders. What do you guys think? The Vikings bring Carson Wentz in to be the backup to Kirk Cousins?
Oh, gross.
What the hell?
What?
Oh, my God. Viking Funeral did it again. Shit.
Jesus Christ. Viking Funeral, holy shit. We're gonna have to send him a whole wardrobe of one Bar Lupagus gear that he will probably never wear. But
pre-worn, obviously.
Funeral, I got nothing, man. What do we say?
Wow,
the best.
He is the best. Wow, I think he should get the first pick tonight.
If he wants to come on, he does get the first pick, and if he takes Deontay Banks, I'm going to refund him all this money. Greatly appreciated, sir.
So we got a, let's see, yes to Wentz by Brian.
Who the hell's saying yes to Wentz?
Well, Bob Sweet gave a yes, and a lot of no's, a hell no.
L.S. Gregor would say yes. I know that.
Ooh, Art Vandelay is more like Carson Wentz.
All right, let's get some new Patreons tonight. Let's go. Hit it up. $2 a month. That's it. We're giving away hats. Let's go.
Oh, God.
You're an idiot. What the hell?
Skull TOA soaking wet says he'd rather have Mannion than Wentz.
Well, let's not spend too much time on Wentz. The guy is just, Carson Wentz is the perfect guy that will retire in like May 14th. Nobody wants him. He either wants too much money and he's just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to retire. Injuries have just blown him up, unfortunately. I wouldn't want him as our third quarterback, to be honest. And I don't know if I'd want him for free. I'd rather have Mullins.
Yeah, no, I don't want him either. I'd much rather have Mullins. I think Mullins is like the perfect backup. I love Mullins. I want him back.
Wentz, I honestly don't even want to talk about him anymore.
I can tell. You know what? One ginger not supporting the other. A little bit surprised on that.
Which says a lot. It says a lot.
All right.
Sums it up perfectly.
Yeah, I'm just curious. All right, let's go into the NFL draft a little bit. Combine is going on right now. So the combine, I think the days of guys, who was the dude who had the big workout? He's drafted by the Jets. The days of guys taking these meteoric rises up the board because of workout are over. But there's still plenty you can get out of the combine.
Really?
So
I don't know.
Yeah, what was Mike Momoa, whatever his name was, where he went from undrafted
years ago
up to a first rounder because he blew off, lit off all the workouts. I think those days.
John Ross was absolutely overdrafted due to his combine. There's guys every year that get overdrafted. Maybe not first round, but they get all of a sudden just way up the charts because of their what the hell they do. And I still think it's a thing.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the extreme that it used to be. But here's the thing: I think it's be super. When you're looking at separating guys in a specific group, like the cornerbacks, there's so many good cornerbacks. This is where you can like say, okay, I like these guys based on their film, but this guy worked out better, interviewed better. This is what you got to take away from the combine. And I think we also have to be aware of, you can read one report that's going to say one thing about a guy, praising him, and then go around and look at a different site. It's going to have something completely different. So if you watch it, and you guys watch the combine, curious what you guys do. I mean, I think your opinion will say a lot how you feel about these prospects, because everybody sees something different.
Lupicus is not, or Outhouse is not at the tipsy. That is 100% confirmed. And yes, Ryan, we're going to be talking about Jalen Carter for sure. I don't know. You read these reports where GMs, these unknown sources, basically like everything's already decided way before the combine. I mean, sure, if somebody all of a sudden runs way the hell faster than expected, I think that's the biggest thing. Like if somebody just blows away a 40 that nobody really expected, or a small schooler, I mean, those guys get the chance to just light it up. But these top guys, I mean, even anywhere from like round 1 to 3, it's not like, I'm on your side. It's not like all of a sudden it's going to be like, holy shit, got to bump this guy up 40 spots. They already know. Mm-hmm. They already know everything about him. I think it's more about, like you said, it's all about the interviews. It's all about the interviews.
Yeah, and you hear like, maybe a workout makes you go back and look at a guy like, okay, well, we write about this, watching him up close, you see how he moves, whatever. Maybe you need to go back and take another look at him. You hear that a lot. So again, don't get overly, don't put too much in the combine. It is what it is. It's fun. It's great. It gets you back into football for a weekend. But it's not definitely the be all end all when it comes to the draft.
Yeah. Favorite things about the combine: running backs running their 40s, wide receivers, cornerbacks running their 40s, watching the quarterbacks throw when the receivers are going through their drills. But like when the offensive lineman and defensive line, it's like, who gives a shit? I mean, they're doing their drills or backpedaling. Like, I mean, it's like, come on, the tape is way more important than this. Unless they fall on their ass and their dick falls out like Chris Jones.
Dingus. Yeah, it is kind of fun watching the big guys hit the pads. I do like that gauntlet drill and the receivers catch it too. Even though it's so stupid because they throw the ball down right away. Like, you never do that in a game. Catch it and throw it.
Yeah, it's painful when you watch those receivers when they go through and they're going boom, 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 and they like miss them all. Just like, God damn it.
It takes like one to throw off your timing, and the whole rest of the thing is just completely screwed up. I didn't see.
And then they just take off down the sideline just like nothing happened. It's like, oh shit, that guy needs to keep going to the locker room.
I didn't see who the camp.
Yeah, spoke to again. Yeah, medical, huge interviews and medicals.
Here's who the camp arms are this year.
You say tampon?
Camp arms. TJ Yates was a camp or a combine arm. He ended up getting. I don't think TJ Yates was.
Oh yeah, North Carolina.
Yeah, played for the Texans there. So I didn't see who was gonna be that. But anyway, yeah, combine again. It's great, but don't it's not the end of the world.
It's great. I will really overthink the combine. I'll overthink the 40s. I'll overthink everything because it's fun, because it's the combine. And I'll also overthink the fact that nobody else has signed up for our Patreon page tonight. Hit up that link. Lupicus, look how sad he looks. Hit it up, $2. $2.
Absolutely. $2.
Jalen Carter, let's talk about him.
Yeah, Jalen Carter, news breaking that he lied to the police about his involvement in this accident that killed a fellow teammate, and a recruiter or something got hurt. Drunken drag racing is basically what it sounds like. I
mean, let's not details aside, whatever it is, it's very sad, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And Jalen Carter appears to be fairly involved. At what point, nobody really knows, which sucks ass. And we will find out probably real quick how serious this is. But Jalen Carter, I mean, obviously a top 4 pick for sure, with some news that could definitely fuck up his draft stock.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. Did he end up taking the podium today? He was supposed to speak at like 10:30. I didn't see if he actually did that or not.
I would highly doubt it.
I would highly doubt it.
I would doubt it.
So number one, I guess the question is, how far is this going to drop Jalen Carter? Because I don't think any team is going to invest a top 10 pick in him at this point.
Again, I mean, it's all going to come down to the coming. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I watched the show today. It was with the first pick, the one with Rick Spielman, where they actually talked about this topic. And Spielman had a great point. He said the big thing is, like, he's been talking with teams since like Monday or something. And if he didn't mention this, like, that was his big thing. Like, if he came to him and said, look, this is going to be coming out, blah, 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 that's at least a little bit better. But if he didn't even mention this, he's just like, teams are going to red flag immediately. They're going to have nothing to do with this guy. So I think it's going to be one crazy ass drastic thing or the other. But this is too close to the draft to think that this is not going to affect him.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. The way the legal process works and how long it takes, we may not know much more by the time the draft rolls around. And you just know there's this issue here. He's going to probably enter the league already in the protocol system for off the field issues. That's definitely not good. But again, this thing has to play out. It has to go through the courts to figure out what exactly is going to happen with him, what his punishment is going to be, what his role actually was. So that has to happen. Yeah, the timing is very, very weird. So let's say he does fall down.
Well, it's funny because even in the comments, people are saying he was a driver. He was there. He wasn't there. Like, nobody knows. I mean, we can look at, I mean, every report you look at seems to be different. It looks like, I mean, they want to, I don't even want to talk about it because we could be so far off, but the fact that it's gotten to this point, clearly it's pretty serious. Like, somebody, I mean, he has to talk to somebody. I mean, this is a big deal. And it just, we even said it like a couple episodes ago, like, every time around this year, something big comes out. And this is so far the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, a couple years ago, it was that tackle with the murder issue there. He ended up going undrafted. He's on Dallas now, I think. I can't think of his name. I'm sure someone will put in the comments. You go back to the whole Laramie Tunzel with the day of the draft, the pictures of him with the gas mask on, smoking a huge blunt there. That came out. So there's always something. And this is, horrible for Jalen Carter, horrible for everybody involved in this thing. But what if he's there at 23? What do you guys want the Vikings to do? Would you want him to pull a trigger and take a gamble on this guy? Even if he goes through the courts and something does happen, I mean, he's probably going to be around for at least a year. I mean,
well, I mean, think of it this way. Like, if this is still just a ton of gray area come draft day, would you want the Vikings to take a swing at this? Whether, and maybe in a week after we draft him, we realize this guy's going to jail or whatever it is it worth the pick? Just possibly knowing that maybe he has nothing to do with anything. And again, we don't know. I mean,
yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, this isn't a top 15 player. This is like a guy that could go number 1 in a lot of drafts.
Which is, pretty much unprecedented for someone to go this high, to have this situation going on.
Tyson Garcia says, I don't give a shit. I want Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
Dylan, not worth it. A lot of people are saying it's worth it. And, unless something absolutely insane came out. I mean, if a team, the thing is, if he makes it to 23, then a lot of other teams know something or are scared shitless of the chance of it. That's the bad thing. If we were like picking like 8 or 9, it would almost make me feel better to take a swing at it. But the fact that we're all that far down and everybody else passed on him, I would almost just say pass.
Well, and the other thing too, we don't have a second round pick. So let's say you use your pick 23 on this guy, he can't play. Then all of a sudden your main draft pick can be a third round guy who, third round guys, what, a third of those, see the field. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on this thing, and it's hard to speculate really what is going to happen. I got to imagine he's going to fall. There's no way. I don't think he does fall at this point. Again, if the Vikings pull the trigger, that's the thing that you got to decide. And you talk about the culture of this team. I just don't know. But there's also positive about Jalen Carter where he went out and paid for some teammates something. I can't remember if it was tuition. It was something. So I mean, he does have examples of the kind of guy he is too. So we'll see how this thing definitely shakes out. But the fact it's happening, I mean, that's going to throw a wrench in every single mock draft. Who goes where, who slides up, who slides down because of this. But Jalen Carter, yeah, definitely not a good situation. Davies just 100%. Brian Bresee is going to move way up because of this. hell? All right, so that's enough for Jalen Carter. Let's go on. A guy who's commonly mocked to the Vikings has been Deonte Banks, the cornerback from Maryland. Curious what you guys think about Deonte Banks. Are you pro Deonte Banks? Are you anti Deonte Banks? Do you want him? Do you hate him? Would you be okay with him at pick 23? As it seems like that is really picking up steam here. He's like the Trent McDuffie of this year's draft.
Trent McDuffie.
Everybody had us taking Trent McDuffie.
He was good.
Yeah, he turned out to be pretty damn good. You got a lot of no's and a lot of anti Deonte.
No Banks. Deonte Banks. I barely want that guy in round 7.
Arms knows nothing about him. Jason just says we're not taking a corner. No way in hell.
Deonte Banks, the lowdown, we're not draft gurus, is that he's not athletic, he's not fast, but he's also pretty damn good. I mean, he's good in coverage. I mean, he seems like a guy that's just not that holy shit. This guy's amazing. It seems like he might just do a lot of the dirty work. He might be good. Everybody says he's a great fit for the Vikings. Right? I mean, that's kind of.
I think it's because he can play on an island, but I'm pretty sure Kuiper's said in his mock he expects him to run in the 4.35s.
Oh, well, I don't know. Is it Draft Network, whatever? I think I saw 4.45.
Let's see. What did he write? And I've heard he's going to run in the low 4.3 second range in the 40-yard dash.
Davey.
That's what Kuiper said.
Davey, I don't wash my hands. What are you, nuts? Come on, it's too late for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Number one, I don't love the idea of using the first pick on a corner just to throw another young guy in that group. We already are very, very young at that position as it is. To me, it's the fallback plan. If there's no one else there, then you look at the corners. And then Deonte Banks with, missing last year, only having the one real productive season. And then watching his highlights, there's not a lot of things other than sticky coverage that pop out to me, which is not a bad thing. I don't know. I just don't want him.
I'm to the point now where if it's somehow, I know Witherspoon ain't going to fall, but if it's not him, if it's not Porter, I don't want a Cam Smith. I don't want Banks. I would rather wait, to be honest with you. I mean, I think we're just reaching at that point for a cornerback, especially when we got Joe Dion. I mean, especially when we got guys a lot smarter than us saying that cornerbacks just are overvalued in general in every draft. And in this draft, I mean, if they're not seeing a run until like 15 or 20, hell no, I don't want a Banks. Get a defensive lineman, get one of these linebackers, get a wide receiver, get somebody that is worth the pick. A Banks, a Cam Smith, you're reaching, man. You're reaching.
Hey, you know who you take? If he's on the board?
Trenton Simpson?
Brian fucking Branch. Brian Branch.
Yes, that is absolutely Brian Branch.
You talk about a guy who fits Flores. You can do everything with this guy. He can play safety. He can play nickel. He can come up and hit you. His highlights made me wet. That guy was amazing.
That's really gross what you just said.
He's just a playmaker. He's energetic. He reminds me of like watching Troy Polamalu or the Honey Badger. He's got that kind of vibe to him.
Who the hell's that?
I can't speak today. Troy Polamalu.
Tim Versteeg. Hell no. Keely Ringo is not a reach. Continue.
Yeah. So, no, I think Brian Branch, there needs to be more buzz about him going to the Vikings. If he falls, Kuiper didn't even have him in his first round, which I thought was crazy. If he makes the 23, I am all on the Brian Branch train. Choo.
Kuiper had Jimmy Clausen as the number 1 pick in his final mock draft. I love Mel Kiper. But Brian Branch, you're right. The thing with him, Brian Branch, everybody says the same thing. He is going to be a high performer like day one. Mm-hmm. However you use him, whatever you do, he is going to be an issue out there for opposing offenses. Is he going to have some issue, like some growing pains, whatever? Absolutely. But this dude is going to light shit up on whatever defense he goes out there to. I mean, he's compared to Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
I mean, his intelligence, everything you read, intelligence, football IQ, absolutely through the roof. Safety, cornerback, nickelback. You could put this guy wherever the hell you want, and he is going to light shit up. That's why I like. He's exciting. You know you're going to get a damn good football player.
he pops on film when you watch him. He pops. You don't. I didn't get that from Deontay Banks. I didn't see that wow factor. And Brian Branch wows you. He wows the pants right off you. So that's the kind of guy I want to. And if they do take him, he's announced as a safety. These people who don't know anything about Brian Branch, be like, oh my god, we took another safety in the first round. No,
he's
so
be
damn good.
He might be a safety sometimes, but and Skoltoe confirming that he is also very wet. Cool. And Zook. Julius Brents is not going to be in the late rounds. He's going to be like a second, third round guy.
Wow.
So yes,
let's talk about, I don't know if you have one or not, but how about a guy you see in the first rounds? You're like, what the hell? How's this guy a first round pick? I got one I wanted to talk about.
Deontay Banks.
Okay. Well, is that the one? I don't know if Thomas is swimming, but apparently he is dripping. He's dripping. Anybody you've seen in the first round that you're kind of shocked has been getting first round grades?
And real quick, Brian Branch is slowly becoming my number one guy.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's really skyrocketing up my board.
Yeah. First rounders that you're like, what the hell is he even doing there? It's gross. He shouldn't be there.
Why is he there?
Who is it? Oh, I'm so nervous.
And someone said, I saw a comment, we're talking about Branch. Someone said, what about Lewis Cine? You know what? Harrison Smith's not going to be around much longer. Lewis Cine, Brian Branch is your safeties for the future. That is pretty damn nice.
And honestly, Branch, I mean,
he could end up as a corner.
I don't know if he is a safety.
What he is awesome.
Hyatt.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. Those fast receivers at the end of the round one, we see him every year, and they scare the shit out of me.
Well, with Hyatt, you don't see any routes. You just see the speed. He blows by everybody, which is great. But can he run a route? Anthony Richardson.
Because then we get flagged by YouTube for copyright issues.
That's exactly why we don't do that. That's why we do those on Patreon. I do a little bit of that.
Unless we're video. At their practice or at their game filming.
Yeah. That's a no-no.
YouTube don't like that very much.
It's a no-no.
Man, the game really dude.
All right, I got one I'm going to put out there. Now, I saw him actually mock to the Vikings. I went back and watched him. Josh Downs, wide receiver, North Carolina. Nothing against Josh Downs.
Same thing as Hyatt.
A little bit short. He's 5'11", and what he does is he's really good at going up and getting contested balls. But I wasn't overly shocked with his speed, route running. Nothing really else stood out. And I'm like, he looks like he's going to be a good player, but first-round talent, I don't think so. I think he's a second-round pick at best, maybe even mid-second rounder. So Josh Downs, round one. No, there's other guys I'd rather go with.
Yeah, and I mean, Hyatt, the receivers are always the ones that are going to scare the shit out of me. And honestly, we already Banks clearly is on my list, and even Cam Smith. I'm sorry, Cam Smith. I know he's a guy that people are starting to maybe mildly fall in love with. I just don't think he's worth that pick for the Vikings specifically.
No, he's my all as Phil's pick. Cam Smith, I'd be okay with.
He's the one. If we take at 23, it'd just be like, okay,
not popping
any bubbly.
Got Andre Carter listed.
A lot of those edge rushers are question marks when you need to get to the end of round one as well.
I've seen a lot of them get taken there. They just don't really pan out.
Well, Ojulari is going to be one to watch. He's a crazy ass one that can go super ass early. Who's the other one? Jones. White. Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Doesn't he have no production in college? I saw someone said he has no stats. He didn't do anything.
No, but he seems like kind of like the all around dude that just does everything well, but is not going to wow you.
Yeah, Keon, no thank you. Bob Sweet with breaking news.
What's he got?
Motorcycles don't have doors.
You know, Bob, that's why we appreciate you. That's why I appreciate you a lot. That's great news. All right, hey, let's do a quick game with Lapagis.
And then,
comments. And you know what? If you were on last week, same damn thing. It's basically which one would you rather have? But there's a little bit of a theme to this. So I got three options here. We're going to do three of them. I've been looking at a lot of mock drafts. I've been looking at the value. We're at 23. Everybody's saying the draft is very top heavy. So I went into this with either we're going to have our first and our third round pick, 23 and 88, or looking at the draft trade value chart, if we traded out of 23 and went to like the 8th to the 11th pick in round 2, we would also get another third round pick. So basically we'd be getting a very early second round pick and 2/3 instead of our first and our third. You following me?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how this is going to correlate to the game.
Well, the game is I'm going to give you a first and a third round pick, and then I'm also going to give you a second and 2/3. And I want you to know which one you'd rather have, because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And this is actually making me want the Vikings to trade back.
Well,
so let's just do this. And comments on which one you would rather have. And I don't remember which order they are in, but here we go. And here's how I picked the players. I did a lot of simulator ones, and these are the guys that were around with these picks. So it's not like I just pulled these out of my ass. So first one. Shit, let me get rid of the comments. You got Cam Smith, Marvin Mims, wide receiver, or you could have John Michael Schmitz, Blue Kelly, or Noah Sewell.
You know, I gotta be honest. Noah Sewell, I watched him and I wasn't overly impressed.
He's not a great athlete.
Yeah, he kind of got a really big ass on him. Marvin Mims, I haven't looked at too much.
He's a pretty damn good receiver, but again, these are guys that are pretty right in this area here.
You know,
a lot of twos. Twos.
Yeah, and that's where I was going to go. I do think I would take 2 as well.
Blue Kelly, I figured that would just be a gimme for you.
No, I don't think the drop between Blue Kelly and Cam Smith is that huge. And then you get John Michael Schmitz on top of it, and Noah Sewell, who though is not my favorite, who I thought I'd love a lot more. I'd be okay.
Very north and south type of guy. He's not a sideline guy. He's a thumper, but he's not. Yeah, I was pretty. Yeah, I think they're
giant ass, huge ass.
Mark Westerland had 1. I think everybody else had 2. A lot of 2s. Bruce Hansen says 2 all fucking day.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, next one. I'm telling you, trading back in the round 2 wouldn't be horrible. Let's go. We got Trenton Simpson, Luke Whippler, or Forbes, Hooker, and Campbell.
Wow.
Forbes, just an all-out ball hawk. And in Hooker, who I do not enjoy at all.
Yeah, I know you don't like Hendon Hooker, but
look at Simpson and Whippler.
Yeah, but
we're pretty torn here.
You got Jack Campbell too. I mean, I'm a big Jack Campbell guy as well.
I would say 2 is winning by a pube, but not by much.
Yeah.
Skull 2. I puke on both. These are realistic options, sir. I'm not trying to make one way better. I'm not going to put.
Hey, his swim cap is on too tight. He's just.
Oh God! Tell me he's not wearing a swim cap.
He's wearing. You can't get that hair wet. I'm gonna go 2 here. It's close, but I think you're knocking out 3 needs there that are pretty nice. So I'm gonna go 2. But I just hate not having a first round pick.
That's true, but when you get to 23, I mean,
no, I don't
know. I mean, if we could find a trade partner and actually got these picks, I think I'd be pretty damn happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got one more. That's it. Just one more. And I don't remember. I think this one might be kind of gross. Oh, this one is gross, I think. Here we go. No, it's not that bad.
Oh, no. All right. Well, okay. So I know which way I'm already going to go, but let's just talk about this Tyreek Stevenson. I don't think a guy who's getting enough buzz. He's a damn good corner. You mentioned it a few times tonight, guys who don't do one thing super great, but do everything well. I think he's the definition of that when it comes to playing corner. Siaki Ika guy, I'm really curious to see how he performs and how he moves at this combine this week because I watch him and he's just kind of eats up people and doesn't really move. So
don't say it. Don't say it yet. Don't say your answer. Keep going.
And then you look at, Keely Ringo, I watched him too. Pretty damn impressed. I'm not sure why some people are very, very down on him. And Rashee Rice, a guy, one of the first guys I watched this year, he talk about popping on film. He definitely does that. So love both those players. Tank Dell, again, a guy who really created a lot of good buzz for himself at the Senior Bowl, blown by guys in one-on-one drills. So what's it looking like on the score? Are you even keeping track?
it seems pretty one-sided. I'll say that a lot of people want 2. There's definitely some 1s. I'm 1 all fucking day.
Yeah, it's not even close for me. I'm going 1. I mean, that's
here's the thing with Tank Dell. Love them. I mean, everybody loves those little shifty dudes, but they're basically saying like this guy in the NFL. I mean, they're not even expecting him to run fast, like 4.45 maybe.
I saw that too. That he's just not fast. Maybe is he the Mike Mayock quicker than fast?
He's shifty. He's quick. The whole cliche. He's quick, not fast. But Ringo, I mean, over Stevenson is a huge upgrade, and Rice I think is way over Dell. So yeah, I'm glad we agree on that. I thought you were for sure going to go with 2.
No, I love 1 quite a bit. That would be a home run. First 2 picks of the draft.
We're definitely in the minority.
That's okay. Then that's fine. I'm not afraid of that.
Ryan Bard wants 1. That's all that matters. Thanks, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a Viking 7-round mock draft. You guys come on, get your asses on here, make the pick. Let me get it up. We're doing a new one, which Lupicus and I have fallen in love with.
BK here. He leaves.
Called. Hold on. I haven't put up the link yet. Let me get it ready.
And that's
Let's make this Viking squad a little bit better tonight, huh?
That's a very generic name. It's like Mock Draft Simulator.
It is.
That's how you say it too. Mock Draft Simulator.
Mock Draft Simulator. All right, hold on.
NFL Mock Draft Database Simulator.
BK's ready.
Good.
Him and Skull 2A are going to be fighting for that first pick. Hey, whoever gets there first.
You think BKs ever worn a pair of BKs? You still make British Knights? Dimacells?
So. Those were a decent shoe.
All
right, let me share this thing. Hold on. Oh shit. Where'd you go?
Oh, Skull 2I loves this site.
This is the wrong one. Hold on. Damn it. I got too many windows open. Hold on. Bear with us. This is gonna be well worth it. This Viking squad is gonna get so much better.
Oh, Harms said he's not even gonna come on. He's made 2 picks already. Yeah, when we're getting our first field report, Harms.
Yeah, come on, Harms. Jesus. All right. So here it is. Let me bump this thing up.
Oh. Slowly spinning.
Let me throw out the link. Remember, first come, first serve.
Do you see it on your end?
Yeah.
I just see a big black screen with a spinny thing.
That's called
there it is,
sir. All right, here we go. There is the link out there. You want to hop on? Let's do this. 7-round Vikings mock draft. Lupicus and I will shut our mouths until you make a horrible pick, and then we will make fun of you.
Does this one is it graded at the end too? I think it might.
Grades you pick by pick. I know that. I can't remember. And BK, I don't even see him yet. I don't even know if he's gonna make it. Oh, barely. This dude's got like a 6th-round pick. And he is not gonna be happy. Skull 208, just to confirm, he has the first overall pick.
Really? I don't think he's had it yet.
Well, he's swimming.
Or did he take? I think he did. Didn't he take Cam Smith once?
I don't remember. We'll find out. We're hit up that link. We still need a couple more picks, I believe.
Skull does say that. He says BK can pick first. He said he's already picked first. He doesn't want the first pick.
I mean, if he's going to be a gentleman here, I'm whatever floats his boat.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it. I actually kind of curious to see what Skull TOA does in the mid to later rounds anyways. So
I'm always curious what he does in the mid to late hours of the night.
All right, head up that link. We need a couple more guys. In the meantime, we're going to bring on BK for the first overall pick. If he takes Deontay Banks or Cam Smith, we're not going to be nice to him.
Depends on the board. I'll be happy. I'll be okay.
You're right. Depends on the board. I'm sorry. All right, there's BK.
Hello.
BK,
hey man, how you doing?
The myth, the legend.
How's it going?
You ready to make this Viking squad way better?
I hopefully we can.
Yeah,
I'm worried.
No, this is all you.
Okay.
I have no idea where BK is going to go. I really have no clue, but let's do this.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. I'm sorry. This is a new one. Let me get this thing going. Where's start? Where the hell is start? Vikings,
Right at the
7,
bottom.
fast, free. All right. Enter draft room. I'm sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, now I think you got to hit start somewhere on the bottom.
Yep, right here. We're good. CJ Stroud sticking around. Holy shit.
There he went. I was like, he better be there.
Can we just not do trades?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no trades. That's fine.
All right, let's kill these things. All right, Vikings are on the clock. Cam Smith just went. I'll look at your just overall alls, but if you want me a position, you let me know.
Doggy.
So,
It's
you know,
gross.
honestly, it's very rarely that a draft comes around and I fall in love with one player.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, I have one player in my mind after watching a ton of tape. I mean, just this guy flies around the field. At this spot, I would smash the button on Trenton Simpson within seconds.
Trenton Simpson.
Wow. Did it. He did it. He's going with
Yeah.
the sexy pick.
I love it.
I like it. I like it. Trenton Simpson, BK. He's not even hesitating.
No, I mean,
who was your second guy?
I don't think Breessy's a bad pick there.
Mm-hmm.
He does have some issues. I've watched a little bit of his tape. He's a polished prospect, but I think he's closer to what his ceiling probably is than, you know, I don't think he has a huge ceiling. He's probably close to what it already is right now. Ringo is okay there, but he does have some speed issues, and in those later games of the year, especially in the Ohio State game, he got burned pretty bad a couple times. And that scares me just because he played some decent receivers in that game. And, I mean, that's what you're going to get every week in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I went with Simpson because you watch any of his tape, and the dude, like, you look at Brian Asamoah, and Simpson is 2 steps ahead of Asamoah. He's that quick to the ball. You watch any play, and it's like he sees the ball the second it is snapped, and he's there. He has some trouble with wrapping up tackles, but, I mean, that seems to be like a lot of young linebackers. So, I mean, I think he can get that under control, and he has some coverage issues. But when you're that quick, you can learn technique and coverage. So I think Simpson pairing with Asamoah would be a crazy duo for years to come. It's really cheap. They both are very instinctual, and like I said, speed kills in the NFL. And we've seen the importance linebacker plays, so I would go Simpson in a heartbeat.
Boom, BK making this defense squad better. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Well done, BK.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. All right, let's go to Patrick freaking Harms in the cornfield with his window open.
I changed
Harmsy,
my mind
what's up,
pretty
buddy?
fast. I changed my mind pretty fast when I said I was going to call tonight.
I'd say, geez.
All right.
So
let's
far,
see.
this draft kicks ass.
I'm rejecting.
I don't think anyone
rejecting
could be
everything.
upset about Trenton Simpson.
No. Hell no.
But will we be upset about your pick? Look at this.
I
Look at
sure
these.
hope not.
Look at what we got. What do you want? You want me to keep looking position? What do you want?
Go corner.
Oh shit! All right. Here we
Oh,
go.
stop. Hey, go back.
What? All?
Okay, yeah, yeah. I think I'm hearing a lot of really interesting stuff about this Brent's guy. Go to wide receiver.
Isn't he a corner?
Talking about Julius Brents, the corner?
Yeah, but I want to
sorry.
go wider. Yeah.
You want wide receiver or corner?
Oh, yeah, I saw Brent's there. I just want to see what was there for wide receiver, but
Oh yeah, we can go to receiver. Here we go. Tillman, Rice, Dell, Jaden Reed.
Andre Yoshivas.
You know you want to take Charlie Jones. I don't care if it's round 3. You love that
Take
guy.
him last time.
the first one I did. I don't want people mad at me. That would be way early. I don't want to be that guy that just like takes you know, I'm gonna go crazy. Let's go with Brent.
Yes, I love Brents.
I don't know much about him, but
It's ginormous.
like I said, Tom Pelissero was talking him up today, and like I said, he knows his shit. So Let's go crazy and go with Brent.
No, that ain't crazy. I love the shit out of that 3rd round. I can't wait to watch that guy that combine. Patrick Harms, well done, sir. Take it easy, man.
Good job, Patrick. Personally, I mean, I would have gone. Rashee Rice is there. I love him too much. I would have gone that route.
The fact that we didn't get a corner round 1.
I know.
I'm taking Brent.
I was picking hard overhead.
Freaking day. B+. It seems like we're doing pretty damn good. We got Thomas. Thomas coming on.
Thomas.
I'm just gonna reject the shit out of this quick before Thomas gets on. And Viking Funeral is next. Skull TOA is getting. He's gonna find us a hell of a steal. Thomas, what's up?
What up, Holmes?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, bud?
Not too bad.
You look dialed in. You look like you're ready to make a hell of a pick.
Oh, I'm just in pain and I'm pissed off.
The pain's something new.
Oh, 8 screwed up vertebrae in my neck. I'm just highly irritated right now.
Oh, jeez.
Smoking my lettuce and I'll be okay.
All right.
Yeah, double up, man. Double up on those things. You'll be feeling better in no
Okay,
time.
what do we got left here?
What do you want? We got all. You want a specific positions, or just want to check out everybody?
Let's go with wide receiver right now.
I like it. I like where your mind's at. There's
God, I can't see the screen.
There, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger.
Spit on it.
Hey, that'll work. Hey, is that Nathaniel Dell still up there?
I think he's gone. So
he might have went.
Yeah, he's out of here.
Okay, let's go to cornerback.
All right, double dip, and I like it. What the fuck? Oh, there we go.
Oh, weird.
I don't know what just happened.
One bar, you fuck up a wet dream.
Is that possible?
I don't know. You'd try it. Hey, is that Moss kid from Iowa out there? I can't see the screen.
Yeah, you're damn right he is. He's
there.
Awesome.
Get him.
Riley Moss.
Going Riley Moss.
Love it.
All right, Thomas, you feel better.
Yeah, get that neck
thanks,
better,
guys.
buddy.
I'll see you next Wednesday.
Hell yeah, buddy. Take care. I don't know what I did and why this view is like that. Rejecting this.
So back-to-back corners. Interesting. I think it's the first time we've seen that, but definitely not out of the realm of possibility for the Vikings.
No, that isn't crazy at all. We got to bring on. So how many picks we got left?
We made 3. I think we got 3 more.
I don't know what's with this view. If I hit exit, I'm scared that it's going to start it all over.
Don't hit exit.
All right, let's bring on a Viking Funeral. Viking Funeral. Appreciate
what
the
a hat,
man. And look at that hat.
Thank you so much.
I love my 1 bar and Luppiget stuff. I'd have the shirt on right now, but it's in the washer. I wear it all the time.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So is Yoshivas still there?
He was just there. I would love to pretend I know. I think I got to hit exit, Luppigus.
I don't know. You can go.
Oh, go. Player. There we go. We're good. All right. Let's see. No, he's gone. Thomas passed on him. He was there.
What about what pick is this? What number?
You're getting into the nitty gritty. We're 160, round 5.
What about Brenton Cox?
Oh yeah, I love him. Edge.
Well,
see if he's under edge.
bleak. Very bleak.
You check edge.
There he is.
He's there.
Take him.
Hell yeah. Love Brenton Cox.
I love me some Cox.
We're gonna get like a D+ for this pick, but it's garbage. I don't. So he hit some dude in college. They kicked him off the team, and I think that's a big knock. But he's athletic as hell. He's fast. He's gonna get after the quarterback. He'll get it done.
Is he short? Isn't there something with him though? Like
no, I think
the big knock on him is when they kicked him off the team just because of that hit on that player or whatever. So,
and I watched that. I was on Brenton's. I would have hit him too.
I agreed.
Geez. Yeah, but guess what is your problem?
No,
I love that pick. You get that.
Yeah, you got a B+.
Nah, Brenton Cox. Yeah, well done, Viking Funeral. Good job, buddy.
Peace out, guys.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Like all defense so far, not a single offensive play.
I don't think anybody can argue with that. Skull 2IA, you're on, buddy. Skull. Oh God.
What the hell?
Oh my Lord, he's swimming with his dog. There he is.
That's my dog Pepsi.
Oh yeah, you got the final pick, man.
All right. First of all, Randy Moss hit somebody in high school, and you see how he turned out to be.
Absolutely.
And when is Thomas not cranky?
I know.
I love you, buddy.
Not possible.
So no offensive players. This is where we take go to wide receiver.
Like it. I like
UTSA. I think his first name is Zarik. He's going to be a little bit down because he went to UTSA.
Love it. I love that Skull 2A is digging deep in his pockets for a gem that may not exist.
No, he's there. He's got the Sam Fitzgerald, I think is I just looked him up. I don't have my phone on me.
We're finding him. I will not give up. I might give up. We're in the 400s.
Is he already drafted?
453. That's not nice.
Was he already drafted?
He might have been.
Because he's got a fifth round. He's got a 5th, 6th, or 7th grade on him.
UTSA
wide receiver.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see a search. Hold on. We are at 4. We're not giving up.
Oh. Yeah, I don't.
Might have to give up. Yeah, he's done. We're at 5.
Usually they have every player who's listed.
Well, he could have been already drafted.
Okay. All right. So let's. I don't want to.
Hold on. So let me just. All right. Keep thinking. Let me just see if he's already gone. So.
Yeah. Other draft places have him as a 5th, 6th, or 7th rounder because he's 6'1", 215, runs a 4.35, and he had 6 pancake blocks on the edge.
Jeez.
Plus he had an 85% catch. He had a 96% catch percentage. And he was a leading receiver. He was the reason why they were good. Okay, so all right, let's go interior offensive line then. Okay. Let's see.
Stromberg. What the hell?
Stromberg is still there.
What's he doing there?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take Stromberg. That's too good of a value at this.
Yeah, thank goodness. Skull 2A, if we would have passed on him, I'd make you go swim some more laps. Look at that. That's got to be a hell of a pick.
He looks pretty dry. I don't know if Skull 2A was in the pool or not.
No, I wasn't. It was 90 degrees today. So.
Oh, wow.
Damn it. Skull 2A, we got to go shovel some more.
Yeah.
All right, Skull 2A, well done, sir.
Did we see a grade on that one?
If you guys have a chance to look him up, I think it's Zarik. His last name starts with an F. I think it's Fitzpatrick or his name. I'm escaping on his name right now, but he went to UTSA. You should look him up. He's all
right, we'll check him out. Absolutely.
For sure, man.
All right, man.
All right, thank you, Skull 2A. So let's look at this draft here.
All right, we got 2 more guys quick, even though the draft is over. T-Bass, your Princeton boy, got my parts tingling.
Yeah, not bad.
I just stepped in for another draft trivial question.
I want it.
What Viking draft pick in high school finished 6th in the state in the 100-yard dash?
Jesus.
Viking great.
Hold on, say that again. Finished 6th in the state for what?
Finished 6th in his state in the 100-yard dash state finals.
All right. Comments. Hot and heavy. T-Bass is our new trivia master, baby.
It's not a wide receiver or running back or anyone you think. Probably one of the best athletes the Vikings have ever had. That's your clue.
It's got to be old. All right, T-Bass. Love it, man. Take care, buddy. Good to see your face.
Best athlete.
I wanted to say like Mike Hughes, but he said one of the best athletes.
Well, I was going to say Trey Waynes because didn't he do? No, who did the race?
I don't know. T-Man, what's up, buddy? The draft's over. Give us some good knowledge.
Hey, you know what? I'm thinking we still need to get a fucking kicker.
Yeah, it's definitely.
D-Man was absolutely correct. We need a fucking kicker. I mean, that's absolutely what he said.
Living the best T-Man moment so far. Always wonder
All
how
right, let's look at this draft.
playing.
Let's look at this draft. Trenton Simpson. I mean, look at this defense. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And the Ricky Stromberg C. Are you kidding me? I don't know. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, didn't Joe have him like as the top
He had
center?
him as a top center in this entire draft.
Yeah, I don't know why he was doing there. Then it gets a C. So these rankings definitely don't like Ricky Stromberg. But yeah, I mean, look at this defensive upgrade right here. Holy shit. Did you get your D tackle? No, we didn't get that. But you got some help on the back end. You got Trenton Simpson. You can do so many things with. And Brenton Cox Jr., another guy you can just unleash up front. Pretty damn excited about that. I'd be fine with this draft class.
A lot of answers here. T-Bass blew his load and gave us the answer. It's Randall McDaniel, which is a fantastic question because offensive line, I mean, McDaniel was a absolute stud of an athlete, but he would have been probably my 300th guess.
I never would have guessed Randall McDaniel. That's insane.
T-Bass likes to dig deep in that bag for those questions. Those are good. Like it.
Yeah.
Well done, T-Bass. Versity gives it an A-. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a homer here, but I would give this draft an easy. I think A- is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
How can you give this anything other than that?
I was gonna give it a B.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you double up at corner, which means you leave something else not upgraded. So that's
Cornerback suck.
You still have some areas there that didn't get any help. So that's why it gets a B. But I like all the players that were taken. So definitely a nice little group here.
Very nice group. Love it. Love with the Brent's pick. Love the Cox. I wouldn't complain about any one of these picks.
You love the what?
Cox. Yeah, it's good. It's beautiful. There you have it. That's it. I mean, we're donezo. It was a draft heavy. I can't. Next week after the combine's done, we'll probably be talking about players we've never even heard of. Like, oh my god, the Vikings got to trade up for this guy.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. And free agency is on the cusp, just like Lupagus is right now.
Nothing but good things on the horizon. A lot of talkers coming our way. Cannot wait for that. Month of March is always fantastic. And guys, I might have dropped this fact once before, but it is so great. I got to do it again.
Hey, Viking Funeral, another.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate everybody who came on. Off season. Love the fact that you guys are still coming on and talking Vikings. So greatly appreciated.
Yep. And remember this, male ducks shed and regrow their penises every mating season.
That's disgusting.